Hey everyone, Andrew back again and welcome to another video, and today I'm here to do a contest entry for Brendan over at Brendan Van D, who's currently celebrating 100 subscribers. So guys, if you're not subscribed to Brendan, I will leave a link in the description box below. Please check him out. He's an Australian heavy metal fan and he has a really awesome channel. He's a natural on camera, has some great videos, and he has really good taste in music. So I'm relatively new to Brendan's channel, but Brendan, it's been awesome getting to know you. Been really enjoying going back and watching all your videos. I think I've almost watched all of them. So yeah, your content's great. As I said, it's been great chatting back and forth, and it's just cool coming across another Australian metalhead because there's not really too many of us here on YouTube. So big congratulations on 100 subscribers. You've surpassed that already, I see. And yeah, certainly really well deserved. So we'll get on to the contest itself. Great idea for the contest, by the way. I really love the questions, and the prize is pretty cool too. Basically, Brendan's going to take the winner on a virtual dig at his local record store, which is really cool. So there's 3 questions all up under the theme the good, the bad, the ugly. So we're going to kick things off with question 1, which is the good. So basically, Brendan wanted us to show a limited edition album that we had, if we had special artwork for a particular album, or if the album was a prized edition into your collection, something that was rare. So I've got a few to show. We'll start with the CDs first. So this is one that I picked up relatively recently, actually. It's the reissue of Obituary's debut album Slowly We Rot. Not the easiest CD to come across. In fact, it is relatively rare, so I'm really happy to own this one. And I know you're not a big fan of death metal, Brendan, but for me this is definitely a classic death metal album. The next CD that I'm wanting to show is definitely a prized possession, and that's the original pressing of Testament's The Gathering. Now this recently got reissued a couple of years ago, so I'm not really too sure if this particular original pressing has come down a little bit in price or if it's a little bit more readily available. But when I purchased this, I got really lucky. I came across a copy online for a decent price, but when I purchased this it was pretty hard to find and it was going for a lot of money. So I'm really happy to have the original pressing of The Gathering in my collection. I own the reissue, but I definitely prefer the artwork on the original release. So that's that one. And I wanted to show a limited edition vinyl that I have, also from Testament. So this is the reissue of Testament's debut album The Legacy, and it is a limited edition coloured vinyl, one that I was really happy to add to the collection. So we'll take a look at the vinyl. It's a limited edition green, and is the hype sticker. I'll show you the vinyl. Hopefully it comes up on camera because it's a dark green colour. So this is the vinyl there. So yeah, as you can see, it's a dark green, forest green. Really nice edition. I'm super happy to have this in the collection. So those are my answers for question 1. Now we'll move on to question 2, which is the bad. So basically, Brendan wanted us to show and talk about an album that the vinyl or CD is damaged in some way, so whether it's scratched or it skips. I don't really own too many damaged albums, luckily, but the one that did come to mind for me is this vinyl of Meatloaf's Bat Outta Hell. And the interesting thing about this is the entire vinyl plays really well, except for the last track. The last track, the vinyl jumps around a little bit on the turntable and it skips all over the place. So I don't know what is up with that. I've cleaned the vinyl, I've had a look at it, there's no damage or scratching that I can see. And yeah, the rest of the vinyl plays fine, it's just the last track that doesn't. So that's the only album in my collection that the actual album itself is damaged. And moving on to question 3, the ugly, the final question. So basically the idea behind this question was to show off album covers that either are damaged in some way or have atrocious cover art. So I hope you don't mind me showing this, Brendan, because it's not a heavy metal vinyl, not in the slightest, but I am a big Beatles fan. And I own a few Beatles albums on vinyl, and this one, as you can see, is absolutely destroyed. It's battered. The outer sleeve is in really, really bad condition. It's torn, it's ripped, it's kind of grimy. The back of it there has some ring wear on it as well, for good measure. But the vinyl itself is in really, really good condition. It's clean, there's no damages, and it plays fine. It's just the outer sleeve is really, really wrecked. So that's that one for the sleeve. And I definitely wanted to mention some ugly covers that I have in my collection. And unfortunately I have to show this one. And that's this compilation by Testament, Signs of Chaos. Great album, but as you can see, there's really not a lot happening in terms of artwork. It's just got the band's logo and then the name of the compilation album. There's a vague little image at the back, I'm not too sure if the camera's picking it up, but Testament have some really, really good artwork across their discography, and this definitely isn't one of them. They could have at least done a better job at putting something in the background, so not too impressed with this one. The next one here is Entombed Wolverine Blues. Great album, by the way, but the artwork is really, really bad. Like, what is up with all that black around the edge? It just looks absolutely horrible. It looks like one of those budget releases, you know, with a really small image of the artwork and then a horrible border around the edging. I don't know what is up with that. So definitely wanted to mention that one. And then the last one, probably the worst of the bunch, is this Lazarus AD album, and I'm really, really sorry about the glare on that. But this, as you can see, it's just plain, and in fact you can barely see the band's logo on it. And honestly, if it wasn't for me listening to this album prior to purchasing it, I probably never would have given this album a second look, because yeah, the cover art, there's nothing on it. It does nothing for me. It doesn't even remotely pique my interest in picking out the album and having a look at it. But yeah, it's a good album, but the artwork is really, really bad, as you can see. It's just, there's nothing there. So there you go, Brendan. That is my answers for your 100 subscriber contest, the good, the badly, ugly. I hope you've enjoyed my entry. I hope I've answered everything the way that you were wanting people to do. And yeah, that is pretty much it. So guys, once again, if you're not subscribed to Brendan's channel, I'll leave a link in the description box below. Head on over and check him out, please. And yeah, that's it for this video. So Brendan, once again, congratulations on 100 subscribers. Certainly really, really well deserved. I hope you've enjoyed my entry, and thank you for watching.